Okay, so this is a lesson on how to play She Moved Through the Fair by Bert Jansch. In the recording on the album Toy Balloon, I think he plays it with the capo on the 2nd fret. I'm playing it with the capo on the 3rd. So it's a pretty simple song. It's just 2 chords really, which are G and F. But being Bert Jansch, he obviously makes it a bit more complicated with the way he arranges it. But essentially it's just those 2 chords all the way through. He starts with 1 bar of G, and then for the rest of the song it's 2 bars of F, 2 bars of G, 2 bars of F, 2 bars of G, all the way through. And the introduction is basically the same as the verses. So if you learn to play the introduction, you've learnt the whole song. It just repeats all the way through. So there's a very good tab which was written by Jamie Phillips, which you'll find online if you Google Bert Jansch, She Moved Through the Fair tab. So I suggest that you download that to follow this lesson, although I will make a couple of suggestions which differ from the tab. Now, I'm not a particularly good player. I don't claim to be a particularly good player, so everything I've learnt to play on the guitar I've taught myself or learnt from downloading tabs from the internet and mainly from watching YouTube videos. As I learnt to play this song and there wasn't a tutorial for it on YouTube, I thought I'd have a go at making one myself. So here goes. The first bar is what I'll do is if you go to the if you download the tab, I'll go through each bar sequentially, and as I'm teaching it I'll say which bar it is, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and so on. So the first bar goes like this. It's the G, and all you need to do is put your 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string. That's all there is to it. So it's 6, 4, 3, 3 again, but with the 2nd finger on the 2nd fret, and then you play the 2nd and 4th string together. And then you're into so that's your G, and then you're into your F. Now Bert plays this with his thumb over the 6th string on the 1st fret for the F note, and then 1st finger on the 1st string, on 1st finger on the 1st fret, 2nd string, and ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th string. Now if you find it difficult using your thumb to fret the 6th string, because you only play 2 notes on the 6th string all the way through the song, because as I say there's just these 2 chords, the F and the G. When I say F and G, that's relative to the capo. So as I say, because he only plays those 2 bass notes, there's no reason why if you find it difficult to put your thumb over the 6th string, you can just tune the 6th string up by 1 semitone so that it becomes an F. And then instead of putting your thumb over for the F, you can just play it open, and then instead of using the 3rd fret on the 6th string for your G, you just use the 2nd fret. So it's pretty simple. If you find it difficult to do that, just tune this up half by a semitone, and then you can play open and 2nd. But for this tutorial I will do it in standard tuning, and you just have to make your own adjustment if you're struggling with your thumb. Okay, so we've got the first bar. So this the second bar, which is the F, he plays the 6th and 1st string together. So it goes 6 and 2, and then 4, 3, 2, 4. Okay? And then for the 3rd bar, he plays 6 and 2. Actually, I just played that wrong. So he plays 6 and 2, then 3, 4, then 2 open, and then as he hammers on, he also play onto the 1st fret. He also plays the 6th string. So it's okay. So the 2nd and 3rd bar, the 2 bars of F go and then he's back to G. So we're into this thing, 2 bars of F, 2 bars of G, 2 bars of F, 2 bars of G, all the way through. So now we're on the 4th bar, and he plays the G, and this time he uses his 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. The rest of them open. He doesn't play the 1st string at all for these 2 bars. And then he plays 6, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay? And then so that's 6, 4, 2nd string, 3rd fret, and then pull off to open. And then he plays 3, 4, 3. So again, that's the 4th and 5th bars of the whole song, the 2 bars of G. Okay. Then back to the F, 2 bars of F. He plays 6, 4. Now the tab says 2 and 1 together. I usually it says 2 and 3 together. I tend to just play the 2nd string on the 1st fret here, but going with the tab, he goes 6, 4, 2 and 3, then 3, 4. Okay? Or alternatively, whichever, it doesn't make too much difference. And I'm sure that Bert used to play all of his songs, as far as I could tell. He used to play them slightly differently every time he played them, so there's no point in worrying too much about getting it exactly right. In fact, I think it sounds better if you mix up a bit, through the song, and each time you play it, just sort of go with the flow. As long as you've got the chords right, and you've got the rhythm right, then just mix it up a bit, and if you find a variation that you like the sound of, then just play it that way. So here we are. We're on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The 6th bar, and the F. Now this is where I differ from the tab. The tab says just repeat that. So the tab is saying just play. But I play. I'm fairly sure that's what Bert does as well. So he does a hammer on pull off on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, which is very common. John Martin does it a lot, using this F shape, and hammering on and pulling off on the G string. So the way I play it, these 2 bars of F is and then we're into the G. Now again, I differ from the tab here a bit. The tab says to play, to fret on the 5th fret with your 5th finger, your little finger, on the 4th string, and your ring finger on the 5th fret of the 5th string, and to play 6, 5, 4, 3, and then 5. But I don't tend to do that. I tend to play the same notes, but just in a slightly simpler way. Just using my ring finger on the G note, and then just playing the open strings. So I play 6, 4, 3, 3, 4. All those open, apart from the first one. Whereas Jamie's saying which is exactly the same notes. I find that more difficult to play, not just on its own, but if I'm playing the rest of the song, it's reasonably quick, and I just find it a bit more fiddly to move up to these strings, up to this fret, but play it, however you like the sound of it. I'm not sure. I guess it may well be on the recording that he does play these. I haven't checked the live version to see which he does, but it doesn't really matter. So that's the where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is the 8th bar that I'm playing here. So this is different from the tab, but the same notes. And then for the 2nd bar of G, the 9th bar of the tab, he then puts his little finger on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string again, and he plays, as well as keeping that G bass, he plays 6, 4, 2, 1, and then 3. Okay. And I tend to just keep the rhythm with my thumb. If you're used to alternate picking, I just find that more natural. But there's no reason why you can't play it with your that last note with your 1st finger or any other finger that feels comfortable. But I just find that it works easier for me just with the rhythm, with my thumb going backwards and forwards, to play that that last open 3rd string with my thumb. So again, it's 6, 4, 2, 1, 3. Okay, so those 2 bars together, those 2 bars of G together is okay. And then he goes into this different F, or at least I play a different F shape. The way that Bert plays it is he frets the first 2 strings on the 1st fret with his 1st finger, and then the G string, the 3rd string, 2nd fret with his 2nd finger, and then plays the F with his thumb, as I have done all the way through, and then the little finger comes down to play the 1st string, 3rd fret. I find that a bit uncomfortable. Just my fingers just don't seem to be very comfortable with that, so I tend to revert to playing more traditional F shape, barring the first fret with my first finger, and then putting my second finger on the third string second fret, and again coming down with my little finger onto the third fret of the first string when that note's played. Obviously, if you've got the sixth string tuned up to your F, then all you'd need is to do that or that, which is probably a bit simpler. If I didn't have to do the thumb, I think I'd be quite comfortable using my first finger to fret these two. But do whichever works for you. So where are we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is the 10th bar on the tab, and we're into the F. And to start with, he plays. Well, I'll just play it through. So that's. And I'll talk you through that. So you've got the shape that I've described. He plays 6 and 1 together, then 2, then 3. Then he puts his little finger on the third fret of the first string and plays 1, 2, 3, and then he plays 2 and 6 together. No, ignore that. Then he plays just the sixth string on its own instead of playing it together with the first string. He just plays 6, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so those 2 bars of F together. So now we're back to the G. This is the 12th bar on the tab, and he plays. Sorry, he doesn't. He plays. So that's 6 and 1 together. 4, 2, 4. Now I quite often add a note there. I quite often play just the penultimate note in the bar. I just play an open G, but it doesn't really matter. That's the way I play it, or the way it's tabbed is, and then so that is 6, 4, second string, third fret, second string open, and then open fourth string. So now we're back to the F, bar 14, and he plays. Okay, so to go through that slowly, so he's playing the F shape with his first finger on the first fret of the second string, thumb on the F on the sixth string, and ring finger on the third fret of the fourth string, and he plays 6 and 2 together. So it's 6 and 2, 4, 3, 2, 4. And then he plays 6 and 2 together. Okay, but this time he goes 6 and 2 together, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so bars 14 and 15 together, there's 2 bars of F. He goes. Okay, so 16 on the tab is the G shape again, with the little finger on the third fret of the second string, and it goes 6, 4, 2, 3, 4. and then the second bar of G, which is bar 17 on the tab, is exactly the same as bar 9 that we played earlier. So you go, this is 16, so that's 6, 4, 2, 1, 3, and again I play that third string with my thumb, but you can play it with your first finger or whatever's comfortable. And then back to exactly the same as previously on bars 10 and 11 with that F shape. So that's exactly the same as before, so I won't repeat that. And then we're back to G for bar 20, and you play, again you have your little finger on the third fret of the second string, and you play 6 and 1 together, open first. So that's 6 and 1, 4, 2, and then open 4 again. So the second bar of G, bar 21, this is 6th string, 3rd fret, open 4th, 3rd fret on the 2nd string, then lift your little finger up, play the 2nd string open, and then 4th string open again. So those two bars together, 20 and 21, to the two bars of G. Then we're back to F, of course, so we play 6 and 2 together. So 6 and 2 together, 4, 3, 2 and 4, and then, sorry, no, so just to repeat that, bar 22 is, and then 23, okay, so that bar 23 is 6, 4, open 2nd, 1st fret on the 2nd, and then 3rd fret on the 4th. Back to G, so that's 6, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then you're back to, for bar 25, the second bar of G, it's exactly the same as the first bar on the tab, which you remember went, so that's exactly the same as before, and then so that's a bit different, I think. No, it's not, it's exactly the same. Almost exactly the same. Except on the tab, instead of just playing... oh, so that's right. So in the 3rd bar, it's tabbed as... and this time he's saying... sorry. Which I'm not sure that's the way I usually play it. I think I usually go... So that was, so that's 6 and 1. But as I've said before, it doesn't really matter. As long as you're playing the right chords, it's good to mix it up. So just to go back, 26, 27, sorry, 26 from 26. And then bar 28. Now again, here's where I differ from the tab. I'm not sure if it's a mistake, but he has got it tabbed as, whereas I play. So again, you choose how to play it. The way I play it is 6, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then for the bar 29 on the tab, so that's 6, 4, pull off on the second string from the 3rd fret to open, and then after the open second, he plays the open 3rd and the open 4th. For bar 30 and 31 on the tab, again, I play this a bit differently to the tab. I think on the album it's a bit different as well. I'm not exactly sure, but I'm fairly sure that he plays this hammer-on pull-off on the 3rd string, on the G string, with his 2nd finger. So bar 30 would go, or in fact I tend to just play it with the 2nd string instead of 2nd and 3rd together. It doesn't much matter. So that's 6, 4, 2, 3, 4. So this is bar 31, the 2nd bar of F in this bit. So that's 6, 4, 3, open, hammer, pull off, and then 4. Okay. I think also sometimes he plays, certainly I do, on that bar 30, the first of these two F bars, does a hammer on pull off on this 2nd string 1st fret. So you can play it however you want, but just to do it simply, and then back to G, bar 32 on the tab. It's fairly simple. 6. This is the G shape, obviously. 6, and then 4, 3, 3, 4, and then bar 33 is exactly the same as the first tab in the whole, first bar of the whole song. So, okay, so 32 and 33. And then it's a bit different. It's a different chord shape. Instead of going back into the F as you might expect, he then keeps his ring finger on the 3rd fret of the 6th string on that G note, and puts his little finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th string. Okay, so it goes, Okay, so he's playing. So you've got the 6th string 3rd fret, 4th string 3rd fret, and 2nd string 1st fret, and he's going 6 and 2 together, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, and then he repeats that, 6 and 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, okay? And exactly the same picking pattern, he lifts up his little finger on the 3rd fret of the 4th string, puts his 2nd finger on the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and plays exactly the same picking pattern. That starts with 6 and 2 together, so that's, and then he plays, what does he play? Let me have a look. So then the second time, instead of repeating it, he just plays it more simply. 6, 4, 2, 3, 4. So that's 36 and 37. I'll try and play that more slowly. Okay, then to finish you just have 2 bars of G. This is bars 38 and 39 on the tab. It's just 2 bars of G. Very simple, both exactly the same. Just 6. Sorry, you're just fretting the on the 3rd fret on the 6th string, and you go 6, 4, 3, 3, 4, and then repeat that. And then you're back into the beginning of the song, but you don't play the first bar on the tab, you just go to the 2nd bar, to the F. And then exactly the same as in the introduction, all the way through the song. So it just loops back into the 2nd bar instead of the first bar. So you're going 2 bars of G, and then 2 bars of F, 2 bars of G, and so on, all the way through the song. You know, through all the verses. And that's it. That's all there is to it.